Well, today we'd like to bring you a special edition of Lives on TikTok. Today we'd like to discuss how TikTok users are covering the Johnny Depp defamation trial against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. And there's no one better who can cover this segment than the Bucalupo editor-in-chief, Sofia Carbone. Sofia, good to see you today.
Good to see you, Emerald.
Now, the civil trial filed by Johnny Depp against his ex-wife is being covered, wall to wall extensively. You can't go on any social media platform and not see something about it, but specifically by TikTok users. Amber Heard accused Depp of abusing her during their marriage. Depp claims that to be false. So why don't you show us, and I'll tell you why I think we should have done this in a little bit, but Sophia, why don't you go ahead and show us how TikTok users are covering this trial?
Well, TikTok users are definitely taking Johnny Depp's side, to say the least, in this. This first TikTok I have, I think, kind of sums up their position on it. So I'll let you go ahead and take a look at that one.
I did notice that she was furiously writing notes. And why I wanted to talk about this is because I think it's very interesting in how this is being portrayed on social media, in the corporate media, and the coverage of it, because it really is pro Johnny Depp. And so we've moved in this place, this feminist world that we've been in, and the push for feminism, and we went from believe all women to that woman is a liar. And I think this has interesting implications for, what we've been talking about the last 4 years. What do you think?
I think it should have interesting implications. It should make everyone who's blindly pledged their allegiance to feminism and the Me Too movement and the believe all women mantra to reconsider. And Amber Heard's lawyers really are not helping her out here. They're just making a fool of her in her case at this trial. But I definitely think that people should start to reconsider off of this. Maybe we made a mistake by just saying believe all women. The audio tape that came out during the trial that Depp's lawyers played, that is allegedly an argument between the two, where she says in the trial, go ahead, accuse me of abuse. No one's going to believe you. Our culture has gotten to such a toxic place just based off this believe all women premise. We saw it with Kavanaugh. We're seeing it with Depp. And it keeps happening again and again. The second TikTok I pulled for you on it just shows that how her lawyers have really not been helping her out, and just Depp has been running circles around them.
Drinking.
You were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there? Isn't happy hour any time? Once gave Marilyn Manson a pill, he would stop talking so much.
Again, it's just interesting to me that social media users are portraying Johnny Depp in such a positive light. And you know what? The term we've heard tossed around through this that really surprised me. There was one person who specifically said it, Ireland Baldwin. She called Amber Heard's behavior toxic femininity. Sophia, we're always hearing about toxic masculinity. Do you? You're a young woman, and you follow the trends of these young women. I don't as much, and I usually would never pay attention to something like this. But is there now sort of a shift in which we are moving away from the toxic masculinity, and then you're hearing something like toxic femininity? Are more women getting tired of the portrayal of gender dynamics?
I think there's definitely a shift that's starting. I was reading a lot of the comments on some of these videos on the trial on TikTok. Some of them have millions of likes on them, millions of views in the comments. I see a lot of people are against Amber Heard. I do think that conservative media and conservative pundits have to kind of connect the dots for a lot of these young people and talking about it's not just, this isn't a one particular instance. And it's unfortunate that we had to have a trial about this be so public in order to finally get the public to start realizing that there is toxic femininity and that we shouldn't be subscribing to believe all women. But people, I think, really do have to start, especially conservative media personalities, taking the two dots and connecting them for young people, taking them, and like we did with Biden and gas prices, We have to kind of say, this is where, you don't like what Amber Heard's doing, that's fine, but we did this because of the last decade of feminism and the Me Too movement and Believe All Women.
I think you hit the nail on the head right there. And that's why I thought it was important to talk about, because like you said, it's connecting the dots in a general movement in the culture that has been pervasive over the last few years. And there's, kind of a breakthrough. And so often in the past, largely in the past, conservatives have missed these opportunities in the pop culture, in the cultural world. And I'll just say, I don't know enough about this to know who's in the wrong, but there's clearly these cultural implications that are coming out of this trial if conservatives will do as you said and connect the dots.
Definitely. I think that it's starting to happen. I'm definitely seeing more and more trends on TikTok and social media in general, and just in conversations I'm having with young people. And I think this trial could be what really starts to kind of push the culture war a little bit towards our side, in the sense that it gets people asking questions about feminism and gets them waking up a little bit.
Right. Well, thanks for answering my questions about it in TikTok today, Sofia. Always good to see you. And you can visit her at the Bucalupo online. Now, up next, President Joe Biden's financial records reveal